Hello, hello, my lovely Aquas. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is Vivid Vibration, and my name is Christina. I'm going to be doing a general read for the upcoming week. I will be starting weekly reads here on my new channel. I'm just getting started, so please, please, please give me a like, share, and subscribe because that'll really help me to reach my goal. Anyways, sorry for the promo. Let's get started. We have the Siren, the Self, the Mountain, the Temple, and Anima Mundi. Aquas. I feel like y'all are kind of like going through this end that is kind of like opening your eyes to some things about yourself. You know, the idea of the temple is whatever it is that you think that you worship, go ahead and stick that in your back pocket because you don't actually. It's the idea that your attention is focused on something that is like kind of irrelevant. Um, what would be an example of that? So, I feel like the most like generic of examples would be somebody um, who claim to be an environmentalist and but they use plastic bags all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's like I say that I stand for this, but like in all reality you don't actually stand for shit. You know what I mean? Like and it's just kind of this like, oh wow, like I guess I didn't see how that didn't make sense, or I guess I got really focused on something and missed out on the whole picture of like everything else because I was focused on like what environmental like data chips, or you know what I mean, or like you were focused on something else, and it's not that thing was like maybe wrong entirely so much as it is that it was like irrelevant entirely. You know what I mean? And it's just like to whatever your ultimate goal was, right? Like that could resonate in a project, that could resonate in a job, that could resonate in a relationship, take it how it resonates. But it's just kind of this idea of like you thought you were doing something right and really you weren't doing anything right. You were doing something completely like irrelevant to the whole process of everything. You're like everybody's over here like planting corn, and you're over here like what, hanging a pinata. Like I don't know. I don't like. But anyways, so that's just kind of the idea there. But like you starting to really understand that, like, wait a second, what I'm doing and like what I'm saying, and like in retrospect to all of these other things, don't really add up. And like kind of having to like go within and really kind of understand, like what good do I have to bring to the table? You know what I mean? Like if nobody needs anybody to hang pinatas around here, what good am I? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm sorry, Aguas. But it is just kind of this idea of like, well, fuck, like, do I even have what it takes? And I feel like you have a question, like this illumination somehow has something to do with something that you really want. For some of my aquas, it could be that like you really want to be able to keep an employee, or you really want to be able to, like sustain this relationship, or like however that plays out for y'all. Again, it'll play out differently for all of my aquas, but I feel like whatever it is that you really want, it's calling to you. You know what I mean? But like you can't hang with the siren if you can't get your head out of your ass, right? And I kind of feel like you're having one of those moments in life where you're like, shit, I need to get my head out of my ass. Shit, like, can I hang with the siren? And really, like that's just something that you want so much so that you can't not try. And again, like that doesn't have to be a person. Like that can be a job, that can be a project, that can be just something that like tugs at your soul, and you think about it when you wake up, and you think about it before you go to sleep, and you think about it when you're taking a shit. You know what I mean? You're just like, I can't stop thinking about this. You know what I mean? Like whatever that is. But I do kind of get the feeling that like whatever it is really kind of causing you to like stop and check yourself, because you're like, if I want to go, but if I do, like, will I drown? The Eight of Wands is the only card that popped out. And it's just kind of this like, I feel like whenever you guys come to this decision that you really realized, what it is that you were doing or how it is that you were focusing your attention on this instead of that. And, like whatever like misstep this was, whether you're dealing with an employee or, like a relationship or, like a coworker or whatever, but it's just kind of this idea of like, shit, I was an asshole and I didn't really mean to do that. I'm sorry. It's kind of what I feel like you guys are saying, in the gist of it. Yeah, Seven of Cups. There was a lot of lack. And I feel like a part of the reason, Aqua, that there was so much lack is because you guys had you were over here, you know what I mean? And it's like, but no, like, and you were studying along, I think, I think you were doing what you needed to do or what you wanted to do, but it's just kind of like, I don't think that anybody really, I think that it's almost kind of this idea of like when you go to show somebody what you did, they look at it and they're like, huh, yeah, so that's a shelf you got there, huh? You know what I mean? Like that's like you weren't really focused on what you said you were focused on, were you? Like you didn't really understand what I was saying, did you? You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of one of those things where you're like you have to really like, I think, address like in a real way some like major, like no. It's like I have this value, like I can take care of the right thing this time, like I'm a really good farmer, I promise. But it's just kind of, and obviously Aquas, take this how it resonates. You can be on either side of the story. It's going to depend on my Aqua, in their individual situation, but, and take what resonates and leave the rest. But yeah, the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. I mean, Three of Wands typically my trip card. It could be that Aquas, when you guys are going on a trip, if it's a relationship, it could be that you're like, okay, I need to like revive this relationship, so let's go on a trip, like let's go do something fun together. If it is something for work, it could be that, possibly you have an interview that's coming up, that you want to prepare for, or you have to go to, for other of my Aquas, it could be that, somebody comes and sees you. But either way, I feel like, honestly, I feel like you are going to somebody because you are feeling very called to them. Obviously, take it how it resonates. It'll vary for all of my Aquas, but yeah. Let's see what else we can get for my Aquas. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I think whoever you're dealing with, there's just like this, like whatever you were focused on, that was like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever it is that you're focused on, like I feel like this person just kind of looks at you and they're just like, like really, like I feel like there's just kind of this idea of, dude, you left me out in the cold. You stabbed me in the back. You kind of betrayed me. You kind of fucked me over. You know what I mean? Like they're just like I feel like this person, like, or this, job, or this, maybe people that you're working on a project with. I don't know. But it's just kind of this idea that I don't think they have a very good taste in their mouth. I feel like there's just kind of, maybe even a little bit of animosity, and really they're just kind of like, I don't even really know if I want to deal with it, with your shit, man. You know what I mean? And obviously take it how it resonates. Some of my Aquas, you could be saying this to somebody else. You could be like, listen, I don't really know if I want to deal with your shit. Like you stabbed me in the back, and you didn't even ever understand what I was talking about, and you didn't, you know what I mean? It just kind of like, like I don't know. I feel like I've got options. So you know, like I don't really know what to tell you. You know, like this doesn't really feel like a receptive energy. Um, and yet I feel like there is this call to action. You know, the King of Wands is this person who is charismatic, who like knows what they want. And Aquas, I feel like maybe there's just this like an attempt at charisma. Not to say that you're not charismatic, Aquas, because obviously y'all are very, like I said earlier, diplomatic and in turn charismatic, right? And so it's just kind of this idea that like you're turning on the charm, you're coming in this with like an awareness of self that was previously lacking, with an ability I think to want to pay attention to the right things this time instead of like the wrong things. But maybe recognizing the fact that like this person may not really actually want to deal with you, and so you're gonna do your best to kind of overcome whatever it was that happened in your past, because it feels like it was pretty serious. But yeah, okay. Let's see where we at. 11 minutes. Okay, I'll do one more card for my Aquas, and we'll call it a read. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. The Hunter, yeah, again, with the, like, whatever it is that y'all are going towards, you are going towards it fast. Good luck. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.